Hi everyone, I'm back again just before, and I'm very excited about the next guest that's speaking. So I've known Tricia for roughly 2 years now. She came on board as a user and seller like in 2020, and she's one of the kindest people. I remember her. I guess I've said this publicly, so it's really not anything new, but I remember her coming on board in August because she had like a big launch. And in 3 days, the revenue she had sold, I think was like more than what we had made like in the last 3 years combined. That's just how big of a powerhouse she is when it comes to like selling digital products. And I mean, I remember her just like being happy to use the product and posting about us on Instagram. And I think we probably grew like 1,500 followers like in the next 24 hours. And she's been really one of the kindest people I know. I don't think there's anybody best to start this conference other than her. And I don't think there's anybody best to talk about just making massive sales as a digital creator other than her. So I don't want to say too much or more than what I've already said. So I'm just going to give her the stage to get started. Yes. Hi,
Hi,
Tricia.
Douglas. Yay. Good
Thanks,
morning.
thanks, thanks for coming on board. So I'm going to eject myself now, and so
Okay.
you can take control.
All right. Awesome.
Thanks for coming on.
Hey, everybody. Good morning from here. Is 6 a.m. my time. Um, Only Douglas can make me wake up 4 a.m. To be here. So, welcome. My name is Tricia. I'm sure they already did the introduction, but I'd just like to know who's here. Just say hello in the comment section. And let's see, just tell me where you joined from, like what city. Are you in Lagos? Are you in Kampala? Are you in Enugu? Are you in Kigali? Just let me know where you are, where you are joining from. So my name is Tricia, and I am a marketing and launch expert. So I help my clients increase their revenue by just teaching them marketing strategies that absolutely work. Hi guys, I see you all. Shout out, shout out. Okay, so today I'm supposed to be talking about marketing, how to increase your revenue from digital products. And it's interesting. I will do a bit of storytelling, and then, just share one or two tips. I see Accra, I see Akure, I see Port Harcourt, Calabar, Enugu. Um, yeah, interesting. Cameroon, welcome everybody. Good to be here. So I have a new flex, and now I call myself the six-figure girl. So I came for a conference in Atlanta, and there was a conversation happening. I mean, I'm like, you know what? I don't brag about myself like, yo, I'm a six-figure chick. Um, because I have been able to successfully sell digital products from one of the most difficult markets in the world, that is Nigeria. And my flex is that I have done multiple six-figure years. I have done a six-figure month. I have done a six-figure week. And this year I'm going to do a six-figure day. That means I need to earn approximately 56 million naira in 24 hours, and I will do it. Just not yet. So yeah, I feel like I know a thing or two about selling digital products. And the first thing that I will get into is that it starts from your mind. Somebody write mind. It starts from your mind. The truth is, you will be unable to sell if you don't think that you can. And that's where I feel many people, especially experts, especially coaches, that's where you get stuck, where you're like, wow, who's going to pay me? Like, I don't think there's anybody that is going to pay me this amount of money for me to work with them. So you find yourself that you're currently stuck in selling low ticket digital products. You convince yourself that, oh, that's what the market can afford. So you see, the mind is, how do I explain the mind? The mind is a sponge. It soaks up what you tell it. And because half the time it's trying to protect you. So it brings up different reasons just to protect you. So it will tell you, oh, Nigerians don't buy digital products, true or false. Oh, Nigerians won't pay for this amount. Ghanaians, if it's above 40 Ghana cedis, they won't buy. And then you begin to believe all the lies that your mind tells you, because you don't have any point of reference to show that, you know what, people can actually pay me what I am worth. So that's the first thing to selling, right? You need to be in the place where you know that what you put on the table is value enough, right? Is value enough for people to pay you the amounts they want to pay you. But many times you're unable to think that way and feel that way because you don't upgrade your mind. Your mind is not upgraded. So every other year, you upgrade your gadgets, you upgrade your phone, and you have fancy excuses like, oh, the phone is my camera phone, I use it for live stream. You upgrade maybe your camera, you upgrade your clothes, shout out to the ladies in the house, you upgrade your hair, but you refuse to upgrade your mind. So your mind is still operating in 1987 OS, it's still operating on 2012 mindset, because you refuse to sit in the rooms that would open your mind to see that I'm a big deal. I can actually do this thing. So part of the things that I want you to do this year is you will commit to yourself that you're going to upgrade your mind. And tell me in the comment section, just write it, I will upgrade my mind. You will not only upgrade superficial things like your phones, your cars, your wallets, your jewelry, your hair, your makeup. This year, you would upgrade your mind and begin to think bigger. All right. So that's the first part. I wanted to just clear that out before we look at like hard strategies to sell. So the next point that I will give you, which is point number 2, is the fact that you need to first have a decent array of digital products. So one of my favorite teachers, he has this thing he calls value ladder strategy. His name is Russell Brunson, for many of you who know him. And what it basically means, you know what a ladder is, right? We all know ladders. We've climbed ladders sometime in our lives, or we've seen a ladder. A ladder is basically this thing that has different steps that you take from the bottom to the top. And basically what that means is that he tries to explain that for everybody that comes into your funnel, everybody who comes into your business, right, you should be able to offer them something, right? So basically, for instance, I'm going to use myself as an example. I have low ticket items. So you come into my business and you are this person who cannot spend beyond, let's say, $50. You find something, you are able to access my knowledge at $50 and less. And then if you're like, oh, I'm the person who, you know what, I really want more, there's mid-tier products for you. And if you're the person who wants to go all the way to with me into 7 digits, I have products for you. So I basically have a value ladder where wherever you are on the earning radar, whatever you earn, you can learn something from me, either as a webinar, as an ebook, as a bundle, as group coaching, either as a mastermind, either as a 3-day workshop. I've just lined different products that I'm able to function in, and people are able to access me. And let me tell you why this is the first most important sales strategy that you would have. So I have a workshop called Business Group Workshop. This year will be the 5th year. It's so beautiful. I hold it every year. Now, it is a 3-day workshop. So they come in on Friday, I teach Saturday, I teach Sunday, and I send them home on Sunday. Now, inside that workshop, I sell my mastermind. So you will never see me post about my mastermind online, ever. I don't market it anywhere else except in that workshop. Now, my mastermind, I take a certain number of people, 20 people-ish. And the workshop as a whole, there are 50 people in there. So everybody has to apply, fight for a seat. Note, the mastermind is 7 digits in Naira, which means it is over 1 million Naira. But guess what? The mastermind is full from people in that room. And people in that room came from buying 5,000 naira courses from me. You see what I'm saying? So I don't market the workshop. I don't run ads for it. It's 6 digits, which means that it is over 100,000 naira, but it's always full. Why? I have nurtured people from the bottom of the ladder, people who started buying 5,000 naira products from me, 10,000 naira products, and their minds just kept expanding and they kept seeing results. And they've slowly grown on the ladder with me that now I can launch a 7 digit product, not run one single ad, market it to a room of 50 people, and I will get more than the number of people I want. That's the best marketing that you could ever get. Like I can sit down here and tell you, oh, we need to create a funnel, we need to do a marketing campaign, we need to do this, leads, this, that. All of that is fantastic, but you need to develop the value ladder strategy where people are growing with you. Right now, I don't market a lot of stuff. But the people who have gotten results from me, they've become my foot soldiers. So it's now like a ripple effect where people like, you want to learn that thing, go to Tricia. Go to her. I think the only thing I really market hard now is my online course, Monetize Your Knowledge. My business products, yeah, neither here nor there. So I advise you create that value ladder strategy where at least you have one product in each category, one in low ticket, one in mid ticket, one in high ticket, and just let people grow with you. See, there's this old marketing saying is that referral is the best marketing strategy. It was the best marketing strategy before I was born. It will still be the best marketing strategy after I'm dead. Because there's no better thing than somebody else telling somebody that they absolutely love you. That's why for those of us who travel, you go on places like TripAdvisor and you're checking what's the rating, what did they say about this hotel, what did they say? Because you don't want to be the first person who gets swindled off your money. So you want somebody else to have gone through the process, even if you don't know the people who are dropping those reviews on TripAdvisor, on Booking.com. We don't know them. I don't know them. They're different names. There may be Martin, there may be Anderson, there may be somebody. But I just trust that the person is a human being and the person will tell me the truth, even though I don't know if the person was planted by the hotel. At that point, I don't care. I just want to know, is this hotel good or not? Will my money be of great value to me? Right? So that is point number 2. If you're with me up until this point, tell me yes in the chat section. I want to know that. I want to know that you all are here. Just tell me yes if you're still here with me at this point, right? So I have given 2 points, and we're just going to move on. Now, the third thing that I think will really, really, really help you as you grow in your digital product stage is positioning your brand positioning. Fantastic. Thank you all. I see you all. Thank you. Thank you. Brand positioning. Brand positioning is the third point. Brand positioning. Now there are different things that you'd hear about brand positioning. Some people may say, "Oh, pick a niche, stay in that niche." But for me, brand positioning for you is equal to expert positioning. You need to position yourself as an expert. Who's an expert? An expert is somebody who has knowledge on a particular topic area. The expertise may be, oh, you're a doctor, you're a gynecologist, you're a horticulturist, you're a nurse, you're a something, you're an eye doctor, you're an expert, right? You need to consciously grow your brand for you to be known as an expert and an expert in XYZ. So let me ask you, if I ask all of you on this call, what is your expertise? Just drop it as one word. What is your expertise? Mine is marketing, sales. What is your expertise? One word. Don't give me your pitch statements. Oh, I help entrepreneurs to gain visibility on Instagram. And nah, fam, just tell me one word. What is your expertise? One word. What is it? uh, Nursing, writing, marketing, content writing, real estate, fantastic. Family parenting, advertising, branding, copywriting, podcasting, website and graphic design. Fantastic. So you understand that, okay, this is what I am an expert at. Now, what are you doing to grow your expertise in this area? Where if somebody thinks about graphics design, they are going to be like, oh, I need to go to Robert. Or if they think about LinkedIn, they're like, oh, you know what? I need to go to Halma. Or writing, I need to go to Glory. That is the biggest thing that you should spend your marketing investment on. Now, we get it all wrong when you are spending all your market ads budget on marketing your ebook, marketing your webinars. Fantastic. I love it. But you then neglect the most important thing that you should be investing in, and that is investing in positioning yourself as an expert. That's where I want you to focus on. How do I get more people to know that I am an expert in writing? How do I get more people to know that I'm an expert on content creation? Then you begin to think about building communities. How do I build communities? How do I showcase myself more on my own platform? How do I get on other people's platforms? So I have this formula that I use for building expertise, building community, and I call it PV plus GV plus EP. PV means personal voice. Plus, so somebody writes it for me. PV, personal voice, plus GV, great value, plus EP, electronic publishing, is my formula for positioning yourself as an expert. And I'll break it down. PV, that's personal voice. It basically means that you need to sit down and create your own personal voice. So many times so I haven't worked this year, I haven't been able to work this year. But even if I decide that the first time I work this year is October, when I open my mouth to talk, even if you can't see me, everybody knows that it's Tricia. Everybody who knows me knows it's me because there's a particular way I teach. When you read my posts, you know it's Tricia because there's a particular way I write. I have created my own personal voice. Voice is not in your baritone, it's not in high pitch, low pitch, mid pitch. No, it's the fact that this is your style of teaching. This is your style. So, what is your style? I teach simplistic, which means that if you do not understand on a normal day, if you sit in my class, you would understand because I break things down, I conceptualize, and I use examples a lot. So people who come into my class, they're able to understand the mystery of marketing, the mystery of sales, because I will break it down for you. That's my personal voice. So what is your personal voice? Create it. Then great value every day. When you're building yourself as an expert, when you're building a community, the thing you need to be asking yourself is, how do I give great value to my audience today? So I started teaching in 2017, right? I was broke. I needed to run out of Nigeria. I needed to raise money for tickets. I'll tell the story another day, right? And I put together this webinar. I can't remember, but I made money in 48 hours. I bought my ticket and left Nigeria for a while. And what I did the whole of 2017 and the whole of 2018, I was showing up everywhere. That's how I was giving great value and positioning myself. I was showing up everywhere. So if I go online, I see there's an event, I will write to the event owner and be like, "Hi, my name is Tricia. This is what I know. This is who I am. I'd like to speak at your event. You don't need to pay me. I just want to speak." My strategy was I needed to get on people's platforms. So I didn't have a platform. I had maybe 3,000 followers or something weird like that. So I'm like, okay, how do I get these business owners that I want to teach, right? And I'm like, I'm going to use other people's platforms. There are people who already have these entrepreneurs. Like, there are millions of entrepreneurs in Nigeria. Then I wasn't even thinking of any other country. There are millions of entrepreneurs in Nigeria, right? So I can reach them. And that's what I started to do. I began to reach out to everybody that has an entrepreneur. Either I came to do Instagram live on your page, or I came to speak at your event. So my last job, I was a head of category marketing at the world's largest pharmaceutical company, and I had used some influencers for my last campaign there. And one of the influencers was Nelly of Niger Brand Chick. So when I started Tricia Biz, I just sent her a random message that, you know what, hi, I see that you've been doing this Instagram thing. I don't know how to do Instagram. I'd like to come and teach your people, because I see you have entrepreneurs. I'd like to come and teach them marketing. And she was so excited. She's like, oh, come. And I really didn't know how to teach, but I knew marketing. I've done marketing for over a decade. I've sold anything. Think of any product. I've sold it for a client, right? And I know that I know marketing. So I showed up on her page. In fact, I didn't even know how to do Instagram live. I had to ask somebody. They said, oh, you press this button. I'm like, okay, yes, I can do it. And I showed up on her page. I did Instagram live. Ladies and gentlemen, when I was done, I had maybe 3,000 followers in 30 minutes. No joke. First, there was there was over 1,000 people on that live stream. In my head, I'm like, is that they've never heard somebody teach marketing, or I didn't know how it worked. And then she came back to me like after an hour. She's like, can you come back? That they are saying they want you back. And I went back, I think maybe 2 days after, and people were just excited to hear how I taught and the things I was giving for free. So sometimes you are stuck in the fact that, oh, if I teach all these things for free, what do I put in my paid product? Because then they know it all. But what I always say is that if all you know is what you give in your free product, then you're not an expert. You need to go back to school. See that school of writing, go back to that school of writing, because there's no way you're an expert on something and you give it all out for free. And then there's absolutely nothing else. But some experts will tell you, oh, tell them the what for free. Like, oh, you need to do this, you need to look beautiful. And then you tell them the how for paid. Okay, so this is how you look beautiful. I teach the what, I teach the how, I teach the when, I teach everything for free. But I just know how to differentiate what I put in my paid product. I go deeper in my paid products, because somehow I feel like there are people who can never afford me currently where they are, and I want to bless them. So I will teach you the what and how for free. And people make millions from my free classes. So back to the story. So from there, I began to go on different people's Instagram pages, and every Wednesday, it was 7 p.m., then 8 p.m. Nigerian time, I was on Instagram live for 2 years. Every Wednesday, except I was sick or dying, I was on Instagram live. I was building my community. And with every Instagram live, more people just keep coming and more people. And that's how I built my community. And then I'll move from one expert platform to the other, just spreading the good news of marketing. So that's GV for me, great value. How can you give great value? Either on rented platforms, owned platforms, or media platforms. Then the last part of positioning yourself as an expert is EP, electronic publishing. You need to be publishing content online. So whether it's long form publishing like blog posts and whatnot, or it's short form publishing, whether it's YouTube videos, YouTube shorts, Instagram lives, Instagram reels, whatever it is, you need to continually publish content that can live after you are there. Like somebody can go and search on Instagram with a hashtag and find a post you did last year on the topic they're interested in. Or they can go on YouTube and search and your video will pop up, right? When you do these three and put your heart into it and do it repeatedly over an expanse of time, you build your expertise. And then when people know that, oh, I need this solution, they'll send people your way. But another mistake that people make is in this expert positioning phase, you keep changing your niche. So today you're talking marketing, then you see that, oh, Tricia is making money on Instagram sales. Then you switch to Instagram sales and you keep switching. So I've literally seen some people switch up to 6 times. And I'm like, is something is wrong? Is it that you're not clear on who you are, or you're just greedy and you see that, oh, this niche is making money? Stick to your niche. Commit to your niche for a minimum of 3 years. Commit to it and say, in this 3 years, I'm going to do all it takes to market the heck out of this niche and see that it succeeds. To me, there's no niche that's not profitable. It's just you haven't decided to market it enough. Okay, so let's come back. So that was point 3, right? Position yourself as an expert. Position yourself as an expert. Like, spend most of your marketing money positioning yourself as an expert, whether it's building your mailing list, whether it is doing YouTube videos. Choose the form that works for you, but you need to position yourself as an expert where you're giving great value with your personal voice to people. All right. So that's the third thing. Now, after you have done these 3 things, the fourth thing that I will tell you to do today, and I'll stop at 5 things so I can answer questions. The fourth thing that I'll tell you to do today is to find the digital products that work for you. Oh, so you see that I'm not going into post twice a day to market, because those things, they're given. If you fix this 5 things first, every other thing is a given. Now, what do I mean by finding the product that works for you? Some of you are coaching. You have no business coaching. Legit, you have no business because you're a terrible coach. Oh, yeah, I'm about to go there. Some of you all have no business coaching. You're quite terrible at coaching, but you are a fantastic writer. So your ebook would have done well. Or some of you cannot write to save your life. Your writing is terrible. There's errors in it, but you're a fantastic teacher. So you need to not create digital products from the point of, what is in vogue, or which one can give me the most money. But you need to create digital products from the point of, which one do I enjoy doing and can give my clients the results that they seek. So there are 3 categories that I dump digital products. There's one-on-ones, there's group products, and then there's done for you or no interaction products. So one-on-ones are things like one-to-one coaching, VIP days where you do 6 hours intensive with someone. There's one-to-one hourly calls where they pay you for an hour and they're able to pick your brains, etc. Then you have group session products. So things like online courses, they're group things. Webinars is a group of people coming together. Memberships, online groups, masterminds, etc. Group coaching, they're all things where people have to come together in the same space to access that product. Then you have things done for you services or done for you products. So things like templates is done for them, bundles is done for them, ebook is done for them. So you need to first identify what kind of expert am I? Am I the expressive one who likes to talk, who likes to write, who likes to think, who likes to teach? What do I like doing, and which product will best amplify who I am? Because the truth is, if you are unable to amplify who you are, you'll fail as a digital creator. Let me repeat that. If you're unable to amplify who you are, you'll fail because you'll be struggling against the tide. You'll be creating products that don't show the best that you are, whereas you are actually amazed balls. Like, woo, you're actually so brilliant, but you are turning out products that don't express your genius and don't express your brilliance. So find the product. So me, I've sold all digital products. There's no products, there's nothing. So that's why I'm able to teach digital products, because there's no digital products that exist on the surface of this earth that I haven't created or sold. Some of them have failed. But in doing all of that, I became clear on, okay, this is what I don't like to do, and then this is what I like to do. Right? So find what works for you, create it, and then it's now time for us to market it, which takes me to my 5th point, which is you must create a marketing campaign for whatever it is you want to sell. So now we've upgraded your mindset, yo. You're no longer on 2014 iOS. You've built your community. You've positioned yourself as an expert. You have decided what products work for you and all of that. Now, fantastic. Let us market the products. So in getting more people to buy from you, I have this formula that I created. I think I created it last year or maybe 2 years ago. I call it the RALCS formula, RALCS, or if you try to pronounce it. And it basically means results, anticipation, leads, conversion, sales. I won't go into it in so much details here because I'm going to round up in a couple of minutes, but I will touch on it and just try to explain to you. That is how I create my marketing campaigns. So no matter what I'm selling, even if it is a bundle, even if it is $2 product, I have a marketing campaign for it. So that's one mistake that many of us make. We feel like, oh, we need to only create marketing campaigns or sales funnels for products that are high ticket, like an online course. And so your ebook is suffering and you only have 100 people buying your ebook or 200 people buying your ebook from you, whereas you could sell to a lot more people because you do not have a proper marketing campaign. So let's quickly jump into my formula. So RALCS, right? Now the first part of that formula is results. The beginning of my marketing campaigns, I must have my results. What does that mean? It means what is the goal that you want to achieve? What's the goal? What is the goal that you want to achieve? I think for this explanation, I'll use the last product I sold before I stopped working, and that was my bundle. I called it a choke bundle. So my goal, what was the goal? I wanted to do 10 million naira in maybe 2 days or in 3 days or something like that. Yeah, 10 million naira was the goal for that product. That is $20,000. Right? So the first thing is results. What's the results you want? And it's not just results on a revenue level. So results on a revenue level, results on a people level, results on a leads level. Let me explain. Revenue is, okay, I want to make 10 million naira. How many people do I need to help me achieve 10 million naira? Right? How many people do I need? So, okay, I did some mathematics and said, I'm going to do early bird at a certain amount. So I need these people. So I had my people. I think I needed 1,000 something people to hit 10 million naira. Now, how many leads do I need to give me 1,000, let's say 1,500 people? I can't remember, but I'm just calling a number, right? Let's say I needed 1,500 people to buy my products to give me 10 million naira. How many leads do I need? So when you set your goal, it's not just, oh, 20 people need to buy. For 20 buyers to come, how many leads do you need? Now, it depends on your conversion rates. If I'm selling a low ticket item like the bundle, my conversion rate is over 50%. If I'm selling a high ticket product like my online course, my conversion rate is between 5 to 7%. So you need to sit down and say, you know what? How many people look at my ads? How many people read my posts? How many people go through my funnel? How many people land on my sales page? How many of them convert to buyers? That gives you your conversion rate. I'm going mathematical. Are you still with me? Now, when you understand what your conversion rate is, you are able to plan properly and you're able to have your R, which is your results. So I want to make 10 million naira. I need 1,500 people, right? And since my conversion rate is 50% for low ticket items, that means I need about 3,000 leads. Let's say 4,000 leads, which means I need 4,000 people to see these products that I'm going to sell. So that of that 4,000 people, I can convert 1,500 people to give me their money at XYZ amount, and then I will make my 10 million naira. Are we together? So that is the first alphabet, R. Whatever marketing campaign you're creating for whatever product, there must be R first. You need to set your results first. Let me tell you what it also does from a sales psychology point of view. It's, you know, when you have a goal, when you have a target, you won't sleep easy. Like your brain is an old secretary. You need to give your brain work to do. If you let your brain sleep, your brain will sleep so bad. So if you set the goal and tell your brain, we need to get 4,000 people into this funnel, your brain will be working overtime. And you are sleeping, ideas will drop. As that happens to you, you're sleeping, ideas are dropping. You're going through Instagram and you're like, oh, I could do this. Oh, this could happen. Why? There's something the brain is trying to help you achieve, and is going to keep throwing you in different sides until you get the strategies that you need for that. Okay, so that's R. Now let's move to the next alphabet. The next alphabet is A. A is anticipation. Whatever you're selling, you need to build anticipation. See, the mistake that we make many times is that you assume that you put money in my wallet, and then when you just release your digital products, like, because, oh, you are God sent from above, you are here to change our lives, so we're just going to bring out money and buy. Oh, oh, then you begin to see crickets. And you're like, but this my product is the best, coach. As in, like, if they watch it, their lives will be transformed. We don't give a hook. We don't care. Like, yo, we don't care about your transformation. Like, keep it to yourself. Because you don't take out time. It's a terrible assumption I see digital creators do all the time. You assume that there's money waiting in my pocket. It does not matter even if you are selling $1. You cannot assume that you kept money in your buyer's wallets to buy your products. At least allow them a little time to budget what you are selling into their budget for the week, their budget for the month, or their budget for the quarter. So A is anticipation. You need to build anticipation. You need to drive excitement. And there are different things that you can actually do to drive excitement depending on what you're selling. So while using my bundle as an example, right? The first part of my anticipation for my bundle was the name. So I wanted to sell to a Nigerian audience. I didn't care if anybody from any other country bought. My target for that product was a Nigerian audience. So the name was a name that if a Nigerian saw it, they'll be like, what's going on here? The name was Ichoke Bundle. Ichoke is a slang, for those of us who are not Nigerians, apologies. Ichoke is a slang that basically means you are going to be suffocated when you open this thing. Your esophagus is going to like, yo, you're about to be suffocated with the many goodies that are going to be inside here. So people first see the name. I'm first talking about the name. I'm building anticipation, talking about the name. So sometimes it starts from your product name. It's not all about what is inside the product. It can start from the name. The name is something that attracts people enough to want to read what you wrote. So everybody's like, wow, it choke. Hey, that means it's really going to choke. And then I begin to talk about the things that are inside. Then I'm giving free content from some things that I'm putting into the bundle. I'm sharing it as free posts. My goal is that I wanted people to at least have testimonials from my free post. That's part of building anticipation, because it's a brand new product. All the videos are brand new. I've never taught them anywhere. So I didn't really have testimonials to sell it. So when I tell you guys that not having testimonials is not a reason enough not to market your product, they're like, coach, you're mounted. No, it's what I do every day. So I didn't have testimonials for that digital product. So guess what I did? I took out some lessons. So if I was going to teach 12 points in a video, I take 1 point and I'll turn it into an Instagram post and I'll break it down. Sometimes I did videos and I was tracking the comments, because some people are very generous with their comments. They'll come back and say, oh, wow, I tried this thing and it worked. And then I'll send you a DM. I'm like, tell me. And I have people sending me DMs, how they made, she made like 1 point something million. I'm like, somebody made 500. Some people were making good money from 1 or 2 of the tips that I shared. And then I turned that into my testimonials. So never be scared to share some stuff from what you are selling because you think that, oh, they won't buy. They are still going to buy because you're not sharing everything. So back to anticipation. So I use the content of the bundle to create anticipation. For like my online course, Monetize Your Knowledge, I use branded merchandise. So you see me wearing t-shirts that have February 17th date. I'm marketing the dates that I'm going to collect your money, not the dates the course is starting. That's a big mistake digital creators make, but I'm not going to go into that. So I do branded merchandise with t-shirts. I have jean jackets. I have sneakers. I have nose masks. I have all sorts of things where I'm promoting Monetize Your Knowledge. I'm promoting Money Printing Gang, right? What am I doing? I'm driving anticipation. So you can do any of that. You can provide content that connects with people. So Instagram lives, educative posts, all those things help drive anticipation. But most importantly, lead people to the dates. The dates that they're going to pay you money, drive anticipation around that date. Somehow it sinks in their head that, you know what, on this day, you can actually, you're actually going to be paying Tricia. Now, something that I do with my low ticket items is that I try to do, what do you call it now? I try to create scarcity, or I try to get many people to buy it at the same time. So with this bundle, I sold it in December, and I said I wanted the first 1,000 people, they were going to buy it at a certain amount. The first 1,000 people will buy it at this amount, and then I'm going to increase the price. Guess what? I did 1,000 and something sales in 23 hours. In 23 hours, I did over 1,000 sales of the bundle that I had not created. And I had no testimonials about. I was just driving anticipation. For anticipation, ensure that you are getting people excited. It does not matter if you don't have traffic. It doesn't matter. Drive anticipation. Now let me wrap through. Are we together? Are we together? I can be here all day. I don't know when I'm supposed to stop. So Douglas and team, please just drop me a chat so I know when I'm supposed to stop talking. But let's rush through. We have 3 more alphabets. I'll try to rush through before they kick me out. The third alphabet is L, which is leads. Remember that we created a target for our leads. Remember, we created a target for our leads where we were saying something around, you need to have this number for your sales, this number for the number of people, and this number for your leads. That's the people who will see it and you convert them into sales. So that's leads. Now, how do you find your leads? For every product you're selling, you must be generating leads. Every product that you're selling, you have to generate leads. Now, there are different lead sources. There's what do you call it? There's own platform source. So people like me, I have a decent following. I think I have about 300,000 followers on Instagram. So I have a decent following. So I can decide not to find leads anywhere else and just find them from my Instagram page, right? So if you have a decent following, you can generate the leads from yourself. But if you don't have a decent following, that's fine. You can create what we call lead magnets. So lead magnets are free pieces of information that you can throw out on the internet to get people to come into your funnel. So either you're doing a free ebook, a free webinar, a free something, and you're collecting their information. So even though I have a decent following, I still try to pull in leads. So number one, I had a wait list. A wait list for a 5,000 naira product is not really heard of. We normally use wait lists for 100,000 naira products, $500 products. But I had a wait list. What was I trying to do? I was trying to get my 4,000 people into one place. So I had a wait list. If you wanted me to remind you when I was opening the bundle, I think I used an Instagram automation by one of my partners, many chats, DM me something, and then your email went into my funnel. Right. So I had a wait list. I had one lead magnet. I did a free webinar for another of my partners I was working with last year. And on that webinar, I told them about the bundle. I broke down what I was going to be teaching them. I got hundreds of people. I got like maybe 600 leads from that webinar. Like everyone's like, whoa, coach, we're in. We're in. So it doesn't matter how much you're selling. You need to dedicate the same amount of energy you would expend on a high ticket product. You would expend it on the low ticket product as well. Right? So you could do lead magnets, you could do paid traffic if you don't have organic traffic. Paid traffic, your favorites, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram ads. You run ads to your lead magnets and get people into your funnel. But whatever you do, you must be generating leads that you can convert. Now, if you really don't have a lot of organic leads, your conversion rates will be lower. So you see where I'm saying, oh, I have 50% conversion rate. It's because they know me. They're my people. They know Tricia. They know that I only sell what's amazing. So they'll convert. But if you are running ads to total strangers who don't know you, conversion will be way lower because they need to test you over time. So you can maybe set your conversion for paid traffic at maybe 10 to 20%, even if it's a low ticket item. You could also generate leads by doing an Instagram tour. You reach out to other creators, like you all are on this YouTube class now. I ask people what's your expertise. They were in the comment section. Link up with people, like build relationships and do a tour across their platforms. Some people have fantastic Facebook communities, like there's 1,000 people there, 500 people there, 50,000 people there, right? You go into these communities and teach what you have and try to pull people out to follow you into your lead magnet. So those are lead sources, right? I'm gonna keep going. So that's the L. Ensure that you build enough leads to hit the target that you give yourself in R. Now the next alphabet is C. So we have RALCS. Now the next alphabet is C. C is conversion. So you have your target, you've driven anticipation, you have generated leads, you have them either in a mailing list, in a text message list, or in a somewhere. So last year I began to test WhatsApp lists. So again, understanding the dynamics of the market you sell is very amazing. So I have an email list. I've always had emails. I don't really send emails to my mailing list. Yeah, it's not a great thing I should be saying, but I try to be very honest. And I just feel like many of them don't read the emails, even though they say, oh, people read. Many of the Nigerians don't open their emails. Like I see the open rates, even though I have some amazing copywriters in Nigeria who I've been speaking to, and I see that they have good open rates, but it's still not fantastic. So last year I began to test WhatsApp wait lists. So I had a WhatsApp wait list for my bundle. I'm like, give me your WhatsApp number. I will inform you when I start to sell the bundle. And I had a few people going there, maybe 200 people. And then I set up this whole WhatsApp automation thing that I was going to teach in the bundle. I set it up where we're sending you personalized WhatsApp messages in bulk, but you think I'm sending it to only you to remind you. And that blew my conversion rates. It blew my conversion because we converted over 50% of the people on the WhatsApp list, right? So what is your conversion strategy? What are you going to do to get the people who gave you their emails, their phone numbers, their whatever it is? How do you convert them into people who are ready to buy? There are different things you can do. One, I create awareness for the solution that I'm going to give you, right? I create awareness. I keep letting you know, oh, this is the solution. This is what I'm going to do, right? This is what I am going to do. This is what I'm going to offer you. This is what I'm going to give you. This is it. This is it. This is it, right? Okay, thank you, Stella. I just saw the time. So create awareness for the solution. I create belief in my product. I mean, this is the point where you are selling even before you open your cart. The conversion stage is where you are selling. Actually, this is where you are selling, where you are getting people to believe that this is the cure to their headaches. So I create awareness for the solution. You can create belief in your product. Let them know that your product is the best. Like, you can't find it like this anywhere else, because that's the truth. Even though I may have more audience than you have, but I may never be able to teach your topic the way you teach it, because you have a different combined set of skills that I could never have. It's the same thing I tell anybody that comes in contact with me. There's nobody on planet Earth that can teach marketing the way I teach it, not because I am the brightest, not because I'm the smartest, but because nobody has my unique set of skills. Nobody. First of all, I have 8 degrees. Yes, I have 8 degrees. Second of all, I have done marketing for over 10 multinationals. That is Fortune 50 companies. So there's nobody who has that same set of skills. Like, there's nobody like that. If somebody may have more than me, but you don't have it the way I have it. So there's nobody who can teach it the way you teach it, because your own set of experience, your own knowledge is different from the next person. So I make you believe in my product like it's the best. Then something you can also do to drive conversions is to show results from past people. If you have any testimonials, this is it. You blast the entire place with testimonials. Let people believe that, wow, they can actually get results. They begin to see themselves in the stories of the people that you are sharing as testimonials. Make the testimonials story led. Tell the story, if you can, how the person came to you, how they interacted with your product, how they achieved results. It's called social proof. Now, social proof is not only in testimonials. There are different ways you can show social proof as an expert. That's why we're different as creators, right? One is what you all know, testimonials. Oh, this person did this and their life changed because of me. The second thing that you can do is you can show your knowledge. If you've had any awards or degrees or stuff in that topic area, show them, because that also lends credence to your expertise, right? If you have a mailing list, this is the best time to begin to send them emails. All right. And all of that then leads into sales, where you are either selling by yourself, or you're selling with affiliates, or you're using ads, or you're using Instagram posts, whatever it is. All that conversion then ties in nicely into helping you sell. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the RALCS, results, anticipation, leads, conversion, sales. I will wrap it up there because if I keep going, I'm going to keep going. So, with these few points of mine, I hope that I've been able to drop 1 or 2 nuggets in your spirit, in your notepad today, to help you see that you can actually make a lot of money as a creator out of African market, whatever market you're in. I am proof that it is possible. You know, when I came into the space, many people kept telling me, oh, it's not possible. You can't make money with this, but it's possible. And I have other people, minus myself, who are actually doing amazing work. Earlier I had mentioned Niger Branchik, how she gave me her platform, to do my first Instagram live. I know that she sold a product last year. How much did Nelly sell it for? I think it was 3,000 naira, 3,200. She sold an editing product, and I think she has now sold it to over 7,000 people. 3,000 naira. She has now sold it to over 7,000 people. Don't press a calculator. But she's made over $50,000. Selling how much is 3,000 in dollars? That's how much is that? That's like $10. My maths is wonky this morning. I haven't woken up. But I'm just showing you that it's possible. And she's selling to the Nigerian market and some African countries. Like, it's possible. Any amount you want to make, be it $1,000, $10,000. I keep using dollars because that's the common denominator across all markets. $100,000, $50,000, whatever it is possible. Name an amount. I'll point you to somebody who has made it. I'm lucky to have a circle of people who are actually killing it selling digital products. And I want to borrow my belief to you that believe that it can be done because Tricia did it. Thank you very much. And I will take my exits. That's if there's any other questions that I could ask, but over to the seller team. Whew. Okay, so I'm going to go into the comment section. Let me go to the comment section. So guys, I hope that you're able to learn something. My Jota is full, fantastic. For those who came in late, I'm sure that you would get a replay. So yeah, you should get a replay. So let me answer questions until they, let me check, let me see. Okay, I can answer a question. All right, fantastic. So I'll look at Ruben's question. Anibe Ruben says, I work better with emails and so do my audience as I have my way with words. Oh, that's fantastic. What's the best way to grow my email list to sell a detailed product to a larger audience? So Ruben, there are different ways to grow a mailing list, but the easiest way and the most popular one that you see creators across the world use is by giving free lead magnets. Free lead magnets, right? And you spend some advertising money to advertise it. So for instance, I build my email list with things like free tutorials, free ebooks, free video trainings, etc. So when I'm building my mailing list, for instance, for Monetize Your Knowledge, I created this ebook that was called How to Turn Your Knowledge into Cash. And for that, my launch, I had 13,879 people download the book, and I had their emails. So you can basically, but I spent money advertising. I advertised the book. I also had another video called How to Ditch Brain Pickers. So I think you need to find a topic that will be a hot topic for your audience, and then turn it into any type of detailed product you like. I do ebook, I do free video tutorial, and then put it out there. Put some dollars, put your mouth where your heart is, put some dollars into advertising it and build your mailing list with that. However, some people have said that the fact that people download your free products does not mean they should go into your mailing list because they just wanted the free product. That is very true. However, for me, this is the best way. As they come into your funnel, you can then do a follow-up sequence or an onboarding sequence where you then onboard them into your mailing list fully. So if you follow most of the top US coaches, you'll see that when you download their freebie, then there's like a 3 email sequence or a 5 email sequence or a 7 email sequence. What they're trying to do is they're trying to warm you up into who they are, what they do, and all of that, so that you then enter into their mailing list fully or not. So you can totally decide to do that, but I'll tell you to invest some dollars in advertising what your detailed product is, what your lead magnet is to get their email list. And it works all the time for whatever you're doing. Even if you're a physical products business, it works. When people see you wanting to give them something for free, it works. And it also tells you that the person who is downloading it is somebody who may be your customer because they're interested in the topic area. All right. So yeah, that's it. I think I was only allowed to take one question. So thank you all. There's so many questions. I don't know how we're gonna do that, but yes. Okay, thank you guys. Off I go. For those who are asking how to find me, my handle is at TriciaBiz, TriciaBiz. So you can find me there. I do the Lord's work there. All right. Okay, Douglas, over to you. Or can I still go on? Okay, let me answer one more question. How do I let a new audience know about my expertise and trust me in a short amount of time? That is Hauma Wogu. So that's the thing. That's the issue. There's nothing like short amount of time. You cannot cheat the process. Many of us, we want to cheat the process, like, oh, I need to start selling now, like coach. I need to start selling now. I teach people how to create digital products in my online course. And then I hear people say things like, coach, so I want to start in January and I want to sell in March. I'm like, no, You want to jump the process. You can't jump the process. So you need to take out that last part of your question that says in a short amount of time. Take it out. You will spend as much time as needs to be done to let people know about your expertise. So I gave you some stuff, going on people's platforms, forming partnerships. I have this whole module in my course where I teach how you can use other people's leverage other people's audiences to grow your expertise. And there are different ways you can do it. So let's say that you just open an Instagram page and you're on 0 followers, right? Many of you would align with the example, and you're like, okay, so how do I get people to know that I'm good with copywriting? So of course you start slowly by publishing your content, using your hashtags and all those shenanigans. Then you can also look for experts that are already in the field, that have your audience, that can help you reach more people. So I told you what I did. I was writing to everybody who had an event. For instance, maybe if I saw this event, I may have written to them and said, this is who I am, this is what I know. I like to, even if it's 10 minutes, just give me 10 minutes in your event. Let me teach. Many people say no, many people say yes. Many people are looking for free labor and free teachers. Hello. So I did that. Then I began to buy access. So again, it's either you're going to work for the access or you buy the access. I began to buy access. So I bought the course of one of the hot coaches then. His name is Steve Harris, and he became my first coach. So I bought his course. Now, after I bought his course, I went through the course because I was really curious. I wanted to know, how do they do this course thing? Like I just started teaching. I didn't really know anything about digital products and the likes. So I went through the course. When I was done, I sat down, I wrote him a lengthy email testimonial. I wanted to just build a relationship. Think now I'm like, oh, those were strategies. Like, damn, Tricia, you're sleek. I wrote him a lengthy email that was a testimonial. I know that nobody else was going to take out their time to do that. So of course, what will happen? He will remember Tricia. True or false? He'll remember me because I took my time to give him 10-paragraph testimonial. Now, after that, I sat down and asked myself, how can I give this guy value to enter his circle? Because I saw that he's friends with this person, that coach, that could give me the leverage that I wanted. So I looked at his Instagram page. Well, he has like hundreds of thousands of followers, but he did not understand Instagram. And at that point, I was badass. Me and my body, Niger brand chick, I've learned Instagram like this. I was badass. In a short time, like the way I learned Instagram is amazing. I moved from Olodo to like genius in Instagram. So I sat down and said, you know what? I can audit his page for him. So I sat down, I audited his page. I used a tool then, but now I don't have energy. I used a tool. It was a 6-page report. I can still pull up the report from my email for you guys. A 6-page audit report. And I sent it to him with graphs, with summary, with conclusion. What will happen? Yeah, he will ask for my number. And then I became indispensable to the point where before he posted, he asked me, hey, will this post align with, that report that you sent me? And before you know it, we built a relationship. I came on his platform. I was able to get customers from his page, and it just kept going. So sometimes you may have to serve. You may have to buy your way in to get into circles of people that have the audience that you're looking for. And I did this across board. So now I'm friends or acquaintances with people who have large communities. I did like that. I built with Nelly. I built with Steve. I built with Jimmy Tewe. I built with John Obidi. I kept going. I kept building. And because even though I'm trying to get into their network, what's the word? I always want to help. I am sincere in my giving. Like, I'm not giving you because I want to collect. No, I give because I know that I will get back. That's my mentality. So they see that I'm truly serving and they just want to help me. And the help that I gave 3 years ago, they're still repaying me for that this year. So It will take time. There's nothing like short amount of time. Invest in building relationships with the people that have access to the customers that you're looking for. Either you serve them, you can serve them as affiliates. So I have people who have affiliated for my online course, and I know what they were trying to do. They were trying to get into my circle, and it's fine. I chat with them. I know what they were doing. It's fine. So you can affiliate for people to just get into their space. You're helping them sell their course, but you're making a commission as well. You can pitch to them and say, oh, you have this online course. I'd like to be a bonus teacher on your course. I have people who are bonus teachers in my online course. Like, there's so many things you can do. Just sit down and ask yourself, how can you serve somebody else? How can you buy access into somebody else? But you need to be thinking about how to get into circles of people that have your audience. They're called gatekeepers. How do I get into their communities? How do I speak there? How do I serve there? How do I put my name there and people now know that I exist? I hope that I was able to really help you with that. All right. Thank you very much. Whew. Okay. Stop me, Douglas. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Tricia. I mean, your session was really great. Very glad. And I mean, from the comment section, everybody had an amazing time. Thanks so much for taking the time. I know this is not the easiest time, and it's like 6 a.m. your time. So thank you so much for making it work. And thank you for everything. So, guys, the next session is in the afternoon by 3 p.m. West African time. We have a session with Adora. We have a session with about two other speakers, and it's a session on how to move from like your corporate job to creating digital products from your expertise. Excited to have you guys on then. So feel free to come back after by 3 p.m. Thanks, everyone.
All right, guys, take care, and I wish you all the best.